Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Sainz, Perez, George Russell and Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Bottas, Ocon and Kevin Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, Button, Sebastian Vettel and Albon, Joe, Latifi, Lance Stroll, the owner driver, Tsunoda, Norris, Ricciardo, and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We will soon find out.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. I've got information on Albon for you. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. The car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap. Okay, clear. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Race over, take care of the car on the way in.
So let's review the drivers' standings. Charles Leclerc, currently leading the championship standings, extends his lead even further with this result. It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. Another team that excelled today was Williams, who make further progress up the table. With the sprint wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. Welcome once again to the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo and Dino Ferrari. The clue is in the name. This is very much Ferrari home turf, and the locals will be out in force today to support their team in what we hope will be a magnificent spectacle of motorsport. On then to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. 3.1 miles of track at Imola, featuring 19 turns, 9 to the right and 10 to the left. Remember that Imola differs from most other Formula One tracks as it's driven anti-clockwise. Let's hope nobody forgets that today. The exit from turn 18 will probably be the setup for many of today's overtakes, leading as it does into the longest straight on the circuit, and it's only DRS zone. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Max Verstappen, who will start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Hamilton, Sergio Perez, and Ocon, Bottas, Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, and Jenson Button, Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Guan Yu Zhou, the owner driver, Stroll, Ricciardo, Lando Norris, and Pierre Gasly, Tsunoda, Latifi, Russell, and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you here with us today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap, Okay, watch your pace. We've been informed a safety car is out. There appears to have been an issue with multiple stock vehicles on the track. Jensen's coming in for his stop now. Okay, there seems to have been a problem attaching the right rear wheel. We need to try and put that behind us, and let's finish this race strong. Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. The car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap. If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. Good job, nice overtake. We're catching the car ahead, well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race. Teammate by 1.9 seconds. Nice move, good job. Okay, you've lost access to one of the gears. We've lost one of the gears due to a fault in the gearbox. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. up rubber and bring it home.
They take the checkered flag then here in Imola, in what has been another outstanding Grand Prix. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. So let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. Charles Leclerc, currently leading the championship standings, extends his lead even further with this result. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I'm going to give it to the owner-driver today. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
Let's move on to the constructors. Red Bull pull further ahead in the standings. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. Been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.